ago, we had a congressman, Andy Biggs, that sat there and said he just got off a conference call with certain executives in big counties on the border in Arizona. And they were telling them they had just had a briefing by Border Patrol that says along the southern border of the United States, there's 700,000 to 1 million illegal aliens prepared. When Title 42 comes off, they're basically prepared, he said, to storm the gates. And the Border Patrol is not prepared for it. The Biden regime is not prepared for this. So this Title 42 that comes off is going to be something. And of course, the mainstream media will not cover this. In fact, Joe Scarborough said right there, for us even talking about it, we're extremists. Do we have Ben Berqguam, Real America's Voice, Ben Berqguam, and Brother Aguero down? Ben, where are you guys today?
I'm over here in Matamoros, Steve. I'm right on the Mexico side of the border. Anthony is on the other side in Brownsville. We were reporting from there yesterday. I'm actually in that camp we were in about a month ago, and it has grown probably double or triple what it was then. It had over 1,000 then. It has more than that now, and what's happening is as they come in, they're just going across. We have 2,000 people a day crossing here, and I was interviewing people this morning, and they're all saying the CVP-1 isn't working, as Mayorkas lied yesterday again and said it was. It's just an absolute joke. And this is before Title 42 goes away. They are lining up, they are mobilizing, and it's going to be a mass invasion when that goes away. It's already a mass invasion, but it's even going to be worse.
Hang on, I'm going to come to you guys. Just hold for 1 second. This is one of the things that Tucker very much focused on, the invasion of the southern border.
Absolutely.
And for that, they call him a white nationalist, a white supremacist, which is not the case whatsoever. One of the things is not, these people they're suffering in these camps. You saw 42 of them, I think, died in a fire a couple of weeks ago. But this is the mainstream media. We had Todd Bensman in there yesterday in Reynosa, or just got back from Reynosa. 15,000 Haitians are waiting for Title 42. How can a guy like Tucker Carlson report that fact, which you see on his show more than all Fox combined about this, and he's called an extremist?
Well, again, I mean, these are the things that the American people care about, but you're not supposed to talk about according to the corrupt and illegitimate filth that run the regime and who are, by the way, actively sponsoring this invasion of the country. So, I mean, in the grand sweep of history, I don't think there's ever been a precedent whereby the illegitimate rulers of a regime, no matter how bad they are, no matter what kind of iniquities they visit upon their people, I've never heard of an instance of them just welcoming this mass invasion in order to dispossess their own people. Even Chairman Mao in China, who is one of the most brutal and murderous dictators in history, I like to speculate. Can you imagine somebody going up to Mao, one of his advisors, and saying, you know, I've got a great idea. Why don't we open up the borders to China and just allow a mass invasion such that in 40 or 50 years, China will no longer be Chinese? Even the sociopath, devil Mao would look that person in the eye and say, are you insane?
I think it'd actually be a bullet to the back of the head, knowing the way Mao rolled. Okay, real quickly, I want to go back to Ben. Ben, you talk CP1, it's an app. It's not just an invitation anymore. There's an organized process for the invasion of our country that's quite well thought through. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, and if you listen to the press conference yesterday, everything he said, as it's all double speak. He's saying we're going to close it, the border's closed, but then he says he's expanding it to Nicaragua and Honduras. Everything they say is the exact opposite, and we're down here talking to people. You can see behind me, we have women and children, thousands of them in this slop, in this filth, living down here because they've gotten the invitation from Joe Biden, and now they're here. They're ready to go. It's setting it up. Basically, Washington, D.C. set up this disaster so that then they can say, oh, see, now we have to do something about it. But they created it. They created this entire thing, and it's all on them. And like you said, it's an app. They can't run the app. I think they don't want to run the app. I think they want this to happen.
Right. Ben Berqguam, Real America's Voice. Anthony Aguero is down on the U.S. side. I've got